Hi everyone, welcome back to another video from my channel. In our last video, we discussed about outliers and how we can clean data by excluding them. Similarly, we also learned about various representation of data in the form of pie charts, bar graphs, and histograms. Today, we will be talking about box plots. A box plot can be drawn to represent important features of the data. It shows the quartiles, maximum and minimum values, and any outliers. A box plot typically looks something like this. Here we have an outlier which is not a value that is in the normal range. Then we also have a lowest value that is not an outlier or the boundary for outliers, which is this. Similarly, we have the quartiles. Q1 being the lower quartile, which is here, and the median being at the middle, which is at 40 here, and the upper quartile, which is Q3, is also included here. And at the end, we have a highest value that is not an outlier or the boundary for outliers. Now let us do a math problem regarding this. For number 4, the average weight in kg for 30 different breeds of dog are shown below. However, there is a small error here. Instead of being 30, it should be 25, because vertically you can see that there are 5 weights here, and horizontally there are also 5 weights. So 5 into 5 is 25. But let us still do the math. For number A, we have to calculate Q1, Q2, and Q3, which are the lower quartile, median, and the upper quartile respectively. So as you can see, the weights are in an ascending order already arranged for us, so we do not have to arrange them again. Now we know that from our previous videos, the lower quartile or Q1 is going to be n divided by 4th data value. In this case, it's going to be 25 divided by 4, which is going to be 6.25. And if you remember, whenever we have a value that is not in whole numbers, so we always have to round this up, and this is going to be the 7th data value. And if you count from here, there are 5 here, and this is the 6th term, and the 7th term is 22. Therefore, Q1 is going to be 22. For Q2, which is the median, is going to be 25 divided by 2, which gives us a value of 12.5. And this will be rounded up, because just like we did in the lower quartile, the same rules apply here. So if you count from here, this is the 7th term, this is the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 26 is the 13th term. So therefore 26 kg is going to be the median. And finally Q3, which is the upper quartile, is going to be 3 multiplied with n by 4, which is going to be 25 by 4. That gives us a value of 18.75, meaning it has to be rounded up, which is going to be 19th term. So this is 5, this is also 10, then we have 15 and 20. So this is going to be 20th term, and the 19th term is going to be 30 here. Therefore 30 kg is going to be the upper quartile. Now for number B, an outlier is defined as a value which lies either 1.5 the interquartile range above the upper quartile, or 1.5 interquartile range below the lower quartile. So we have to show that 46 and 48 are outliers. So we can calculate the value of interquartile range, which is going to be Q3 minus Q1. If you remember from our previous videos, in this case is going to be 30 minus 22, which is 8. And so we can find out the outlier range, which is going to be greater than 1.5 IQR above the upper quartile. So 1.5 multiplied with IQR plus Q3, or less than 1.5 into interquartile range below the lower quartile. So it's going to be Q1 minus 1.5 IQR. So evaluating this gives us a value of 1.5 multiplied with 8 plus 30, which is going to be a value of 42 here. And similarly, Q1 minus 1.5 IQR is going to be Q1, which is 22, minus 1.5 into 8. And this gives us a value of 10. So anything that is less than 10 kg and anything that is greater than 42 kgs are outliers. So as you can see, for number B, 46 and 48 both are greater than 42. Therefore, we can say that 46 and 48 are both outliers. For number C, we have to draw a box plot for these data. So let us first note down the values here. For Q1, this is going to be 22 kgs. Q2 is going to be 26 kgs. And Q3 is going to be 30 kgs. And similarly, we have two outliers here, which are 46 and 48. And the lowest value that is not an outlier is going to be 13, because 13 is greater than 10 and less than 42. So the lowest value is going to be 13. So for number C, drawing a box plot, let us first draw the x-axis, which is going to be like this. This is going to be the weight in kgs. And here we can start from 0, then 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So this is going to be a rough scaling. So to start off, let us draw the smallest value, which is not an outlier, which is 13. And this is going to be 15. So approximately this is 13. Similarly, we have 22 next, which is the lower quartile, which is around here. So we can draw a line like this. Continuing, we have 26, which is a median, which is around here. So we draw another line with a similar size, just like the lower quartile, like this. And then at the end, we have 30. So this is going to be at this position. Now, at the end, we have 46 and 48, which are outliers. So this is going to be an approximate position for the outlier here. And we also have 48 here, which is another outlier around here. And now we have to include the highest value that is not an outlier, which is going to be 38, because after that, 46 and 48 are both outliers. So 38 is going to be the last whisker here, around here. So let us connect the diagram, which is going to be like this. And then connecting this part, we have something like this. And then connecting. And then we connect the rest like this. And this is our box plot, which is going to be a rough sketch. Here we have the lowest value at 13. Then this is going to be Q1, which is 22. It is going to be Q2, which is 23. Then we have Q2, which is 26. And finally, we have Q3, which is 30. And the highest value is going to be at 38. And the anomalies or outliers are 46 and 48. The next math, we have a question from June 2020 of number 4, where a group of students took some tests. A teacher is analyzing the average mark for each student. Each student obtained a different average mark. For this average marks, the lower quartile is 24, median is 30, and the interquartile range is 10. The three lowest average marks are 8, 10, 15.5, and the three highest average marks are 45, 52.5, and 56. The teacher defines an outlier to be a value that is either more than 1.5 IQR below the lower quartile, which is going to be Q1 minus 1.5 IQR, or more than 1.5 IQR above the upper quartile. So this is going to be Q3 plus 1.5 IQR. So to determine for number A, any outliers in the data. First, let us find out the upper quartile, which is not given here, because we know that IQR is Q3 minus Q1. Therefore, we can say that Q3 is going to be IQR, or the interquartile range, plus Q1. Here the interquartile range is 10. So we add with 24 to get a value of 34. And this is the upper quartile. Now we can evaluate this value, which is going to be 24 minus 1.5 into 10, that gives us a value of 9. And similarly, this is going to be 34 plus 1.5 into 10, and this is going to be 45. So a non-outlier range is going to be either greater than 9 or less than 45. So anything that is not within this range will be an outlier. Here you can see that 8 is less than 9, and similarly 52.5 and 56 are both greater than 45. Therefore, we can say that the outliers are 8, 52.5, and 56 because they are not within the range. And this is our answer for number A. For number B, we have to draw a box plot for this data, clearly indicating any outliers. So here we have 3 outliers, which we will be marking here like this. And the smallest value is going to be 10 here because that is not an outlier. The lower quartile is going to be 24. So we can draw. Then we have the median being equals to 30, and the upper quartile is 34. Similarly, the highest value is 45. So these 5 points are our most important things to note in our box plot. So for the first one, which is at 10, we can draw a small line like this around here. Then we have 24, which is going to be around here. So this is 21, 22, 23, and 24. Because as you can see, there are 10 divisions. So each division must be 1. So 24 is going to be around here. Something like this. Then we also have the median, which is at 30. So we can extend a line like this, which is going to be something like this. Then we have the upper quartile, which is at 34. So it's going to be around here. Finally, we have 45, which is the largest value. That is not an outlier. So it's going to be something like this. And finally, we have the 3 outliers at 8, which is around here. So this is one outlier. Then we have 52.5, which is going to be roughly at this position. So like this. And then we have 56. So this is 2, 4, 6. So this is going to be around here. And now connecting the elements here, it will be something like this. And then connecting the rest. This is going to be our box plot. Although I have to erase this part. And so this is our box plot. So this brings us to the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed my content. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.